ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। वर्ष नंबर 165। कर्मेन्द्रियैः पंचभिः रञ्चितोऽयं प्राणो भवेत् प्राणमयस्तु कोशः येन आत्मवान् अन्नमयो पूर्णः प्रवर्तते सौ सकलक्रियासु। I repeat one more time. कर्मेन्द्रियैः पंचभिरञ्चितोऽयं प्राणो भवेत् प्राणमयस्तु कोशः येन आत्मवान् अन्नमयो अन्नपूर्णः प्रवर्तते सौ सकल क्रियासु। See the translation. The prana, along with 5 organs of action, constitutes the vital seed, pervaded by which the food seed performs all the activities of the material body. I repeat one more time translation. The prana, along with the 5 organs of action, constitutes the vital seed, pervaded by which the food seed performs all activity of the material body. So, welcome back. We have done so many things. Now we have come back our original text. The Guru said, the wise should do discrimination between the self and the not self. Atma anatma viveko kartavya. The seeker has to be done a discrimination between self and not self. Then question arises, how to discriminate? How to discriminate? The seeker has basic knowledge what is Atman and what is Anatma. The seeker has intellectual knowledge. He is well studied. So seeker know all about self and what is not self, he know very well. Because to discrimination, you must have basic knowledge. Then we can discriminate 2 things. So Guru already described what self is and what not self is. The disciple is also very capable, but this knowledge is only intellectual player. He can explain to others also, but knowledge is not digested it. So for digestion, Guru said, you have to discriminate between real and unreal, because both are mixed. Both are in front of you, but they are mixed. So you have to discriminate them. In this same process, Guru said about Annamaya Kosha. The first step is Annamaya Kosha, the gross body. The very first identification is in gross body, I am the body. In previous verses, we have studied that I am not the body. It is clear. Now next steps come. This is the second level. Having studied about gross body, then comes Pranamaya. Because the sequence is Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. This is the sequence. This is the numbering. So first we have done Annamaya. Next comes Pranamaya. It is a subtler. It is subtler than gross body. It is a deeper too. So first understand what Pranamaya Kosha is. What is Pranamaya Seeth? Pranamaya Seeth means not only prana. This is the Pranamaya. So here Shankaracharya says, Karamendriyai panchabhiranchitoyam pranaha. The prana is only prana, is not Pranamaya Kosha. Pranamaya Kosha is the combination of two. Pranamaya Kosha is pran and panchabhi, organ of action. The 5 organ of actions and prana, this combination is called Pranamaya Kosha. Karamendriyai panchabhi ranchitoyam prano. So the combination of prana with 5 organ of actions is Pranamaya Kosha. Not only prana. Because it is a Pranamaya, because prana is in leading position. Prana leads. Bhavet Pranamayastu Kosha. So this is the Pranamaya Kosha. So this is the definition of Pranamaya Kosha by prana plus organ of actions. Panchabhi ranchito prano bhavet pranamayastu kosha. So this is the Pranamaya Kosha. Then En Atmavan Mayo Anna Puranaha. The next question is, we can see gross body. Gross body is very clear. Anybody can see. What about Pranamaya Kosha? Where is this Pranamaya Kosha? So he wrote, En Atmavan. The Pranamaya Kosha is pervaded in our body. Gross body is pervaded by Pranamaya. So, Bhavet Pranamayastu Koshaha. So, this gross body is residing center of prana. When our organ of actions do their respective work, they can work only if prana are there. Our hand can move if pranas are there. Our legs can walk if pranas are there. If there is no prana, then any activity of the body is not possible. Purnas paravartetau sakala kriyasu. Sakala kriyasu, all activity. Inside the body, outside the body. Within and without. All activity related to the body is possible only if their prana is present. There is no prana, then no any activity. So, prana plus 5 organs of actions. This combination is called pranamaya kosha. Pravartate sakala kriyasu. If prana is active, then everything is possible. So this is the pranamaya kosha. It resides inside the body. Then what happens? Then identification begins. Here Shankaracharya does not write such, but we have to understand that what is pranamaya kosha and what is harm with pranamaya kosha. So our gross body is first level, and there was our identification, I am the body. In the second level, it is a deeper. It is a deeper because it is subtler. So first thing is identifying. Then comes identification with the body, with the pranamaya kosha. Like, I am energy. If you have negated, you are not body, then thought will come, who am I? Who am I? Then next level comes, I am the energy. I am not gross. I am the energy. I am the prana. If prana is in body, body work. Body can work. If there is no prana, body cannot work. So I am inside body as a prana. So this identification begins. I am doer. I am walker. So doership comes because of pranamaya kosha. I am the energetic. I am here. I am prana. This type identification begins if we are identified with pranamaya kosha. Shankaracharya says, next one, naivatmapi pranamayo vayu vikaro ganta ganta vayu vad antarvairesha yasmat kinchit kwapi navet ishtam anistam swam vanyam va kinchan nityam paratantraha. I repeat one more time. Naivatmapi pranamayo vayu vikaro ganta aganta vayu vad antar vahiresha yasmat kinchit ka naveti ishtam anishtam swam vanyam va kinchan nityam paratantra. The translation is, the vital seed cannot be the self because it is the modification of the air. Like air, it enters the body and goes out of it, never knowing its joy or sorrow or those of others. It is ever dependent upon the self. I repeat one more time. The vital seat cannot be the self because it is the modification of the air. Like air, it enters the body and goes out of it, never knowing its joy or sorrow or those of others. It is ever dependent upon the self. I remember a story, very small story. There was a king who had so many elephants because he was king. So lots of elephants, horses. What amongst them elephants, one was very loved for king. The elephant was loved by king. King had attachment. The elephant was very special to king. So that is why he made a team to take care of the elephant. There was doctors, nutritionists, trainers, so many servants for one elephant because king was loved. And once the king said, the team, you do whatever you want. All facility, all medicines, whatever you want, you can do for elephants. I want this elephant forever. It should be remain always. And if someone will tell me the elephant had died, I will kill him. So everyone was so afraid. Whole team, the whole team was working very carefully. Doctors, trainers, nutritionists, so many big team, they were working. But suddenly once it happens, the elephants died. So it is not a problem. But who will inform to king? Because king has said, if someone give me inform that elephant has died, I will kill him. Who will inform? They were so afraid. There was a minister of kings. He was very intelligent, and they informed to minister, this is the problem. You find out any solution. The minister says, no problem. I can solve your problem. And he went to king and said, O king, today the elephant does not eat, does not drink water, does not wake up, does not open eyes, even does not breathe. So king said, is it died? Minister said, no, I cannot say. I cannot say. You understand. But there is no prana. If there is no prana, it means there is no anything. Prana is everything. Prana is the soul. Prana is the consciousness. Prana is the God. So this type identification begins with prana. So many theories work on this pattern. They accept prana is the soul. Shankaracharya says no. Naivatmapi pranamayo. This pranamaya kosha, this seat also is not soul. This is not soul. This is not you. This is not your nature. So see the logic. Because these are not preaching. These are not discourses. These are practical method. You apply. You realize. You do and realize. You do. So apply your logic. Shankaracharya gave some Vayu Vikara. First thing, what air is? Air is different from you. You are not air. You are not the air because you experience air. Air is cold. Air is hot. Air is fast. Air is slow. Air is coming or not coming. You experience. Its reason is you are different. Air is different. You are not here. So now negation starts. You are not real here. And prana is the modification of the air. Prana is the modification of the air. When air enters in our body, it's called prana. When some part of the air, it enters in our body inside, it's called prana. So prana is nothing apart from the air. It is a modification of the air. If you are not here, it is clear, then how could you be prana? It is not possible. Which is modification of the air. Vayu Vikara, first reason. Then comes Ganta Aganta. Prana comes and goes. It is prana's nature. It cannot be stay inside or outside. Ganta Aganta, it comes inside and goes outside. And your nature, you cannot leave yourself. Prana can leave you. Prana can come you too. But your nature cannot leave you. Ganta Aganta, Vayuvad Antar Vahi, inside and outside. So sometimes prana comes inside and goes outside. Inhale, exhale. We are doing always. Yasmat kinchu kapi navet nishtam anishtam. Idam vanyamba. And another logic is, prana is not your particular ear. You are not given particular ear for you. No one is given particular ear for lifetime. This is your prana. No one is given. We share it. We share it. Your breath, it may be after some time other person's breath. Your prana, now they are giving energy to you. You are living with the prana. This energy, this vayu, this air can leave you and can give life to other people. and other people's life, energy, vayu, air can come to you. So there is no any separation for you. Vanyamba. So we cannot say this is my ear. This is my prana. Prana is for everyone. Nanyam, Swan, Anyam, and it does not know happiness and misery. Prana does not know happiness and misery. And Nityam Paratantra, it is dependent. So apply these logics. Prana is dependent. This is not free. Prana is dependent. Dependent up to you. You are doing pranayam for what? Control of the prana. Control of the prana. You want control prana. That is why you do pranayam. It means prana can be controlled. It is always controlled. Prana is not free. So it is dependent. So now, Nityam Paratantra, always pranas are dependent up to you. So Shankaracharya says, so these logic, you apply these logics and try to disidentify yourself from the Manomaya Kosha. So these logics, just close your eye. You are watching your breathing system. Your breath, you are not breath. Your energy, you are not energy. You are the controller. So these logics you apply and disidentify yourself from Manomaya Kosha. So this is the second level, Pranamaya Kosha. Shankaracharya says, a seeker apply these logics to separate himself from the Pranamaya Kosha. So now next. Gyarendriyani cha manomaya syat koso mamahamiti vastu vikalpa hetu sangyadi भेद कलना कलितो वलीयांस तत्पूर्व कोश मभिपूर्य विजृंभतेया. I repeat one more time. ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि च मनश्च मनोमया स्यात् कोशो मम अहम इति वस्तु विकल्प हेतु संज्ञादि भेद कलना कलितो वलीया तत्पूर्व कोश मभिपूर्य विजृंभतेया. See the translation. The organs of perception along with mind constitute the mental seat, which is the sole cause of the I-ness and my-ness, and of the diversity of things. It is a powerful and is endowed with the essential faculty of creating differences of names, etc. It pervades the vital air seat preceding it. One more time. The organs of perception along with mind constitutes the mental seat, which is the sole cause of the I-ness and my-ness, and of the diversity of things. It is a powerful and is endowed with the essential faculty of creating differences of names, etc. It pervades the vital layer sheath preceding it. Now we have come in third level, Manomaya. We can say in middle, there are 5 sheaths. 2 sheaths we have done, and 2 another yet to come. So we are just in middle, in the gate. Very important. This sheath is very important. Very subtle. Gross body is gross, then pranamaya is subtler. And manomaya is more subtler. More deep rooted. Some difficulties are there. Pranamaya kosha. Mental sheath. So first, the definition is what mental sheath is. The question is, what is mental sheath? Shankaracharya says, Jnanendriyani cha manasya manomaya. The mental sheath is not only mind. Mind only is not mental sheath. Mind plus organs of perception. In previous sheath, we have studied that prana plus action organs. In this layer, in mental sheath, mind plus sense of Jnanendriyani, organ of perception. So this combination called Manomaya. See the Shankaracharya's words, Karame Jnanendriyani cha manasya manomaya sya. Manomaya said this is mental sheath. Then what happens? Its result is mam ahamiti. In the third level, in the sheath, what things happen? First thought comes mam ahamiti. Inside I-ness, I am. And outside idam, mam, mine. So one thing, inside we call it I, outside we call it mine. Mam ahamiti. I-ness and mineness. So see the miracle of the mind, Manomaya kosha, mental sheath. There was one thing, but what it does, it divides in 2 parts. I-ness and mineness. Same thing appears inside I-ness, outside mineness. It is a 2 ways. And it has power to create diversity of things. Mind is one. But mind is dependent on 5 organ of perceptions. Without them, mind cannot work. Mind requires them. And the organ of perception required mind. They both complement each other. Diversity. So mind is one. Then it creates It creates the one consciousness in two parts, I-ness and my-ness. Then comes organs, sense organs. And as I gave example in Hindi class, we eat papad. Papad, do you know? A big size papad. Very good example. That is why I'm repeating here also. You can touch its hardness, its softness. So touch there, you can see its color, you can smell its smell, you can listen its sound when it cracks. And there is one thing, and your five sense organs giving reports to mind according to their work. I can report only sound, only color. Ear can report only sound. Tongue can give report only for taste. So thing is one, but organs are five. So they give their reports. That is why Shankaracharya says diversity, vastu vikalpa hetu. One thing vikalps, one thing takes so many forms. Then we give name a chair, its shape, naam, roop, and I-ness, my-ness. Sangya Vibhed Kalana. Sangya means name. We give the name. This is a chair, this is a tree, this is a mountain, this is a stone. We give the names. Because of mind, Balians, and it is very strong. It is very strong. No doubt. There is no doubt. Very strong. And it is pervaded all pervadious, and they both work the presidency of the mind. So this is the mental seat and very big state. So Shankaracharya gives another expression. Panchendriyai panchabhireva hotribhi prachiyamano visayajyadharayah jajulyamano bhauvasanindnai manomayagni bahati prapancham. I repeat, Panchendriyai panchabhireva hotribhi prachiyamano visajyadharayah jajulyamano bhauvasanindnai mano mayagni bahati prapancham. Very, very important text. See the meaning? The five senses act as a sacrificial priest who feed the fuel on numerous desires into mental seed, which is a sacrificial fire. This fire brings about the maintenance the entire phenomenon world when it is set ablaze by the sense objects which act as the continuous stream of sensations. I repeat one more time. The five sense organs act as priests who feed the fuel of numerous desires into the mental seed, which is sacrificial fire. This fire brings about the maintenance the entire phenomenal world when it is set ablaze by sense objects which act as a continuous stream of oblations. He is giving a metaphor. to make understand how this mental seat work. He says, like in rituals, we do havan, yajna, sacrifice. Brahmarpanam, Brahmavi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam. So just imagine we are going to do a havan. And there is fire. Fire needs woods, stick woods. In havan, in yajna, you require some wooden sticks to make fire. And some offering, ghee, butter, rice, barley. So now see, your mental seat is like a fire. Mental seat is like a fire. And their doer is, our five sense organs are doer. They are like a priest. They do. Have you seen? There were so many priests and they do swaha, swaha. So our sense organs are priests. They work because they get objects from outside and put inside their images. Shankaracharya says, Panchendriyai panchabhire utribhi. Your five sense organs are like a priest. They do havan, yajna. And what is offering? Vishayajyaha, like butter. So like a priest take a butter and put into fire. So your sense organs are like a priest. They take images from outside and give immediately to mind. Prachiyamano Vishajidharaya Jajulyamano Bahuvasana. And we have lots of impressions from our past lives. They are wooden sticks. And we are doing this always, continuously. And mind becomes strong. Naturally. If you put the fuel in the fire, it becomes strong. It gets power. Our mind also like a fire. Like a fire. If you always give the objects to the mind, it becomes strong. More strong. More strong. That is reason. In spiritual practice, Guru says, control your mind. How to control? Don't give them impressions from the outside. Close your eyes. Close your sense organs. If you don't supply images from outside, slowly your mind becomes empty. It gets weak. If you supply, it becomes strong. So Shankaracharya says, Bahuvasanendani Manomaya Agni Tapati Prapancham. The all universe is becoming miserable because of the mind. Next one. यस्त विद्या मनसोतिरिक्ता मनो हि विद्या भवबंध हेतु तस्मिन् विनष्टे सकलं विनष्टं विजृंभतेस्मिन् सकलं विजृंभते. I repeat. नयस्त विद्या मनसोतिरिक्ता मनो हि विद्या भवबंध हेतु तस्मिन् विनष्टे सकलं विनष्टं विजृंभतेस्मिन् सकलं विजृंभते. The translation is, apart from the mind, there is no ignorance. The mind itself is the ignorance, which is the cause for the bondage of conditioned existence. When the mind manifests, everything else manifests. I repeat, apart from the mind, there is no ignorance. The mind itself is the ignorance, which is the cause for the bondage of conditioned existence. When the mind manifests, everything else manifests. Now, see. Shankaracharya says, mind is the gateway of both sides. Mind is entry, both sides. A seeker can enter into self, or seeker can enter into the world. Self, not self, both are connected here. This is the point. This is the center. You have studied ignorance is the cause for universe. Ignorance. Adhyas, avidya. Adhyas, avidya, ignorance, illusion, delusion. There are so many words. They have only one meaning. The universe. Its cause for universe, it is ignorance. Shankaracharya asking a question. Where is ignorance? Where is ignorance? No. Apart from the mind, there is no ignorance. You cannot separate your mind and ignorance. Ignorance and mind, these are not two factors. These are one. See Shankaracharya, Astya Vidya Manasotirikta. There is no ignorance apart from the mind. Mind is only ignorance. And this is the root cause for everything. So mind is root cause, ignorance. Mind works through sense organs. Your eye sees any object and immediately it gives to the mind. I cannot see for eye itself. It sees for mind. Every sense organs works for mind. That is the universe. Tasmin vinashte bhavabandha hetu. So only mind is the cause for all miseries, birth and death, everything. Mind is the cause. Think deeply. The cause of the universe, there are so many philosophies, they think what the cause for the universe. Some says Brahma is cause, some says another God is cause, another God is cause. Shankaracharya says, no, mind is only cause. Your mind is only root cause of the universe. Bhavabandha Hetu. Tasmin vinashte sakalam vinashta. See, if you are in deep sleep, sushupti, if you are in deep sleep, still ignorance is there, but it not make any effect on you. There is no word. In deep sleep, there is no universe, no misery, no death, no birth, nothing. Because there is no mind. If there is no mind, then nothing there. That is the reason. There are so many spiritual seekers, they always trying to go beyond of the mind. They want to become thoughtlessness. In Sushupti, in deep sleep, there is no mind and you are quiet. No word, no birth, no death, no sickness, no misery, no universe, no duality, nothing. And in Samadhyas, some yogis, in their Samadhi, they can feel such a state. Such a state. There is no mind. They have gone beyond mind. They have crossed the mind. In this state, no duality, no misery, no birth, no death, nothing. The all universe may be for others. Other people can experience. But for the yogi who is in Samadhi, for him there is no worth, no death, no universe, no duality. That is why we always work for minds, for mind, in different region, different path. Some say purify mind. Some say control mind. Some say go beyond mind. Tasmin vinashte sakalam vinashti. If mind is destroyed, everything is destroyed. Vijrimbate tasmin sakalam vijrimbate. And when mind is manifest, mind is awakened, immediately, all universe manifests. All universe, small things and big things, everything starts happening. Mind is there, everything is there. If no mind, nothing is there. Vijrimbate smin shakalam vijrimbate. So mind is only cause. Mind is the cause. The Shankaracharya says the mental seat is the very important. It is for both sides. It can lead you to the self and it can lead you to the universe also. So today we have to take rest here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavanta पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति।